Alright, time for part 4. I'm almost done with the bike. Today I had to switch this up already. The guy I sold this bike to decided he didn't want the foot clutch. So I had to change the jockey top over to ratchet top lid and put all the accessories on it for the hand clutch. Just sent out the brackets powder coat. So I got this one here for a couple days. But today I'm gonna focus on getting the bars done. It's already pretty late in the day. It's already like 6:30, I think. So I'm gonna make some bars for this. Like I talked about in the video before, I want to do this SS, the lightning bolt bars, into maybe some rabbit ears or fullbacks or whatever. So over here I've got my bins for my handlebars. If I decide to go with just like some T-bar style bars, here's a bin for those. Then I've got 2 different bins for the rabbit ears. One's at 105 degrees and the other ones are bent at 95 degrees. So I'll play with those once I get a little further in and see what the right angle is going to be. But yeah, so I'm going to cut some section out of this in the center here and make 2 of the 45 little lightning bolts and see what we end up with.
Another Clark Kent, another Superman, fighting in the pan, and taking so accountable. But this is no great loss. Sharing never was a choice. You prayed on your cross, gives you credit and a voice. Only here to obey your beautiful ideals, like carry us through them. Now they're searching for that new Messiah.
Alright, just got them tacked, just the first bin. Here's my 3 options. I got T-bar style, 95 degree bin, 105 degree bin. That's how they look right now. I can push them in further or bring them up higher either way too. You can see how thick of a bevel I left in here, so I can grind them down after. There's going to be a lot of filler even after it's ground, so that would not be good to have those snap on you on the highway. So I put these up already. I don't think I'll like it. They just come straight up, and somewhere like that I think it'll look kind of stupid. So that's out of that deal. And the rabbit ears would actually look pretty damn different, you know. And the plus is, if I don't like them, I can always just make another set. But yeah, so I'm going to figure out if I want to do the 95 degree bend or the 105 degree bend. And then we'll cut them down and 45 them and start there. Alright, I just tacked those up. One of them's fitted, but the other one's a little bit off. I wanted to see if I'd even like them or not before I finished, and honestly, I don't think I like them. They look ridiculous. Looks like a goddamn sleigh. That's not what we're going for. But I can push these down further, which doesn't look as bad. A little higher. Looks stupid. So my second option that I was thinking was to take these and bend them, or not bend them, but move it, so cut it so they go inwards to each other, and then come up into the lightning bolt type thing. So it'd be like a zigzag right here. This tack's about ready to fall off right now. Yeah, I don't, this isn't the bike for this. It'd look cooler if I just went straight into some T-bars on it. Just this straight to a T-bar, a little hump, then it'd look okay. But it'll look just completely ridiculous like this. So I am going to make another set of bars now. Alright, so after sitting here and playing with configurations, I have decided that it's either going to get normal rabbit ears, or I am going to make the shorter bars and just straight lightning bolts. So I just got them chopped up. So I'll just do that and then I'll cockeye them in. But I'm going to tack these real quick and then get the positioning right and notch them on the bike and just run the little short bar on the top. Alright, so these bars are all welded. Honestly, I don't think I'll even use them, but I'll send them out with the rest of the stuff to get chrome. Maybe I'll change my mind. I don't know. These are welded. I just put more filler over these back ones so I can grind them down. Those I'll just leave. So now I got the spring rod set here. I'm going to put the springer front end together. Or not together, but I'm going to just get it kind of mocked up. I still don't have the bushings for the rockers, but I just want to get it on there and see how everything looks. So here's the front leg for it. What I need to do is take these rod sets and I need to cut them down. I'll cut it down to 11 inches and then retap down here to the 1/2 inch. I think it's 1/2 inch 18 if I remember right. But yeah, so we'll retap that and get the springer on.
You'll never be forgotten. Your family never wanted this one. With all of her thoughts, she's really far behind. She's feeling incomplete. She has the will to win. Listening up.
Alright, I was trying to find a tool that I have. It's made for springers to compress the forks, but I cannot find it, and of course it'll pop up first thing in the morning tomorrow when I don't need it anymore. But whatever, ratchet strap, pull it up, I get the tops on. I know that these aren't going to fit. I just noticed the upper collars, so I'll have to lay that down a little bit later so it fits in the sleeve nice. But right now I'm not worried about that. I just want to get it on and see what we're working with. Front rockers are on, they're just not even held on. No, I don't have the bushings yet for them, so I just, you can see the hole. just threw some nuts through just to hold it. I just need to see what we're working with, because just that pushed the whole front end of the bike out another 6 inches from where it was sitting before, and every little thing makes a difference on designing it. So I'm gonna rip these bars off. I'm gonna make some rabbit ears for it right now, and then we'll start knocking away at the rest of the list I've got.
This is the last time you will be.
Rabbit ears are on. These are gonna stay for now. If you guys have any better suggestions, leave something in the comments. Tell me what you think. I'll build the bars last. I'll build everything else first. It's easy to do those, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, so front end's put together roughly, just mocked up, and you see it coming through. I'm gonna get this oil tank fixed today. I'm gonna start just shaving these bushings and trying to get it to sit right. I need to build a little mount in the back too. And then, shoot, what else do I got? I want to build or lay down a kickstand, or not a kickstand, a Kickstarter. So I'll do a similar design like I've been doing everywhere else, just a little ribbed piece, and then I'll take an old one I have and just cut the triangle out and weld it on. Yeah, so I'm gonna start shimming this oil tank now. I'm gonna clean up first, just stuff everywhere again, and then we'll start working on that.
No story here. I never knew what it is. There's no sign of it ending. If I am it and I'm to be, they're telling me I am. They're telling me I am. They're telling me.
Alright, so the oil tank does clear. I'm just gonna make a small L bracket that's just gonna come off the trans plate right to this bolt hole that connects the oil tank to the support plate, just to give it a little extra oomph. I don't want it to break, so I'm gonna get all the bending out of the way right off the bat because I'm running low on acetylene and oxygen. So I'm gonna bend the top mount for the headlight, and I'll bend this bracket at the same time. And hopefully I'll have enough acetylene left to bend the ratchet when I'm done with it. But yeah, so I'm gonna do L bracket for this right now.
Rising to my falling, going to extreme as I am gagging on this scene. I'm gagging on this scene. I'm gagging on the scene. Holding race car driver, superficial hidden, and you're on the list at every door. You don't follow race fast cars, competition, you shit. I'm the driver. Over time, it's defense. I move that car, and for a moment it makes sense, but I'm failing in the end. I'm failing in the end.
Alright, so I just got this mount all situated. I'm going to tack it into place right now. But it looks a lot better than just a bend. Let me let it focus real quick. Yeah. So you can see it's just, I drilled into a 9/16 hole here on the bottom plate. Same up top, just a little tab. I'll tack it into place, then I'll pull it off and weld it into like a nice teardrop. So it looks like it was made that way. So yeah, there's one thing off the list. I'm going to get that finished real quick and move on to the next. Alright, so one thing's off the list. I gotta let this cool so I can grind it down and make it look like a actual piece instead of just two squares and a piece of metal in the middle. But yeah, I think that's a good idea for that. That'll work. Now I'm gonna do the crossover tube here. And I already found an issue with it. This frame guy maybe cut some corners or something, but maybe he put it together too fast, I don't know. There's a spot about midway through the shaft right here, I can feel it, where his weld pull pin all the way through, which is not good on this because now I can't get the rod in. So I have to figure out a way, maybe just a little hand file or something to get in here and get that piece out. It's a pretty large piece. Cleared the burr out of this crossover tube here. So I got that out. Crossover tube fits in good. Now the issue is this trans plate. It's going to have interference with this brake shifter rod here, or the brake rod, whatever you want to call it, brake bracket, crossover tube bracket. You can see it's not far off, but a little bit. And this is the wrong trans plate. This mount's drilled for the extra hole here. So I'm not super worried about that. What I'm going to do instead of this piece, I'll grind it out of the trans plate because this is only going to have one brake and I really don't want to risk something like this, because if I weaken this and this broke, you're going to have a big problem. So I'm going to leave this for now until I get the other transmission plate in. Then I'll just grind the top edge here off, give it a little bit of clearance, do a little notch on it. So that's good. And surprisingly, we actually clear over here. There's enough room to get the clevis on. So it's perfect. Now I'm gonna finish up the little mount we made over there and on to the next. Alright, finally made it back today. Had so much other stuff this week to deal with. I couldn't get the time on this like I wanted. Even the other day I had a full day to work on it, and as soon as I start doing it, people come in. So I set the whole day aside today, turned off all my other work so I can just focus on this. Here's the list of what we're going to do. I've got to we can get a focus, there we go. So I got to make 3 3/8 bongs for the exhaust pipes for the mount, and then I'm going to use a 1/2 inch piece of rod and machine it down how I've been doing all the other little rib parts. I'm going to make the kicker arm and shifter arm for the ratchet lid, and here's the rest of the stuff to wrap up on it, but everything else is easy. The machining is going to be the long part of this, so I'm going to get started on that. I've got this kicker arm I'm going to use, so I'll cut it down here and leave some of the pinch still, and then I'll cut the top off and weld on my new piece. Whatever I do in the center here, I don't know, do something cool. Make it a little shorter too, do a little shorty arm. This bike's not going to be super high compression. It's going to be like 9:1, so should start fine with a little arm. So yeah, we're going to go over and start machining stuff. Alright, I just got my pieces cut down. I almost ruined this one. I was making a cut right there at the end and it slipped in the lathe. I hooked on the small part and it chewed it up, so the original design I had went down the drain. But that's something like how it'll go in the kicker arm there. Put a thick bevel on each side, weld them in. This will be my ratchet top shifter. Then this section back there will be for my exhaust mount. So I'm going to start tacking all this up and getting it done quick because I want to finish weld everything and start the bondo.
You're the one waving the flag. You're the one starting the war. We're not compromising or trying to conquer.
Alright, just got it broke down. Everything's in place where it's going to stay. The only thing I'm missing right now is a license plate bracket. Right here. I made this earlier to use for the pipes. Just like little curved rod, whatever, same stuff I'm using on everything else, and it just didn't look right. So I got that figured out, so everything else right now is going to get finish welded. Going to come in and fill everything with 70 RS2 rod except for the tunnel. That I'll just use silicone bronze on. Fill it in and then smooth it out, and then we can start the bondo. Alright, she's all done, finished welded up. It's now ready to prep for paint. So it's time to start getting some bondo on there. And that'll be in the next episode here.